Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a cool video. I'm going to unbox and put together this hang-on back canister filter. I've never seen anything like it, and Hygger was cool enough to send this out to me. Now the reason why I want to test that is because there's a little bit of a backstory. A few months back I watched a video from Leon with Shrimp Mania. He went over to Shrimp Hub in Singapore and he noticed a bunch of canister filters lying around. And so when he asked Lawrence, the owner, what he had those for, Lawrence told him that he had them full of biomedia, established biomedia, to help him cycle the tanks that he's reset a little faster. So I started looking around for canister filters. Obviously, I didn't want something so bulky in this room, and so I decided on this. Now, I do want to let you guys know this is apparently the newest version they have. They have a version 1, and this is the second version. They had a few issues with the first version with the priming and I think leaking issues. They fixed that, and so they were cool enough to send this. So if you guys do want to try it out after watching this video, the link will be down in the description. Let's put it together. Big shout out to Shrimp Mania. He's got some great videos. Go check him out. His link will be down in the description as well. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so I tried to do this on camera, but it was a disaster. I had to read the manual. There's several configurations for this. One of them including you can attach a skimmer to the output. Obviously, I'm not doing that. I just want a regular output, but I do want to let you guys know that that's an option. So, I told you guys this was huge, and I'm about to show you guys. I just opened this up. You've got 2 sponges in here, and you don't have one. You've got 2 big bags of media. And so, like I told you guys, I have a ton of media in the tanks. So I'm not going to show you guys when I get it out, but I will show you guys the dirty media before I put it in here, because I do have to add water to it. It self primes, but you still have to add water to the filter. So I'm going to show you guys how I put it together real quick. So for now, I'll leave that in here, and then we're going to put this back in here. You just clip it like this, and it does show you here, one one's for the input, one one's for the output. This is how I did my input. It goes like this. Well, actually it goes this way. Let me flip this around. It goes like this. This is the input, and all I did was attach this right here. Remember, I want it kind of short. The other piping it had was pretty long, and that was to attach a skimmer that goes off to the side. And then I attached this. And one thing I really liked, they were so considerate. It already has a pre-filter sponge, so that's pretty awesome. And then after that, we just put it in here like this. And so let me see if I didn't think I had to twist it all the way right now. And so we'll tighten that a little bit more right now. And then on the left side, of course, this would be the output. You have a spray bar that you can use, but obviously I don't want to use a spray bar in this tank. But if you had a bigger tank and you want a little bit better flow, that's definitely something that you could use. But let me show you guys real quick. Here's the spray bar. Pretty great. But I'm just using a regular output. It goes like this. You attach it this way. And this is actually all together. I guess I took it off. But this is how this would look. There you go. And so let me tighten this a little bit. And so now you've got the clamps. This is what's going to go on the side of the tank. You just put them up here and just pull them up. You want to make sure that the clamps don't hit that. Looks pretty good to me. And then same thing on this side. We're just going to attach the clamp. Alright, so now the good thing is, the next part is I'm going to get all the biomedia that I can. I'm going to fill this thing up with biomedia. I don't even think I'm using the bags. I'm going to just stuff it in there, just throw it in there. And but I'll show you the biomedia in a different container right now before I get it in there. Alright guys, so this is how much media I took out of my tank, so you guys can see just how much it is. There's probably about a liter of media. I think that's how much I used last time, and I just separated into small baggies. But I already have another box that I'm going to use. I like to use the Hygger biomedia. Let's see if we can fit all this. And if we can fit all this into this, this is so freaking I'll be very surprised. There's probably a better way to do that, but I just wanted to be fast about it. But I'm super impressed that it actually fits all this media in here. And there's still some space in there. So I could probably add a little bit more, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's more than enough media. The last thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna close it, I'm gonna put it in there, and then we'll go to the next spot, which is getting it started. All right, so I'm about to hook it to the tank. Let's see how it fits. This is quite heavy, honestly. It's probably a few pounds. It sits really sturdy. There's no play in here, and if so, you can just adjust this, but I really like how it sits. It's about 9 inches long or so. It almost covers to the bottom. Probably have about an inch down here. So next thing, I'm gonna change the camera view. I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see when we started, and we might have to adjust the flow here a little bit because I already have a filter going, but let's check it out. All right, so I'm about to plug this in and see what we get. So there's no flow, but remember this filter right here, you can actually, there you go. You can adjust the flow on this. And that flow to me looks pretty great. So I'm gonna leave it full blast just because there's no shrimp in here. But one thing I did notice, what somebody else had, I had seen another video of somebody else. I don't think they filled it up all the way. So if you get this filter, make sure you fill it up completely, like all the way. That way you don't have any air in here. But I mean, you guys can see the flow is great. I'm gonna give it a few days and I'll give you guys an update on this. And on the tank itself, maybe I'll test ammonia in a few days, and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, guys, so it's been 10 days since I set up the filter into the tanks that I had reset, and it worked just like I wanted it to. These are the water testing I did today. There's 0 ammonia on either tank. The 88 version 2 tank, I only ran for about 3 days, and then I was testing every day. After 3 days, there was no ammonia. And the other one with the gold version, I did have to run it for about a week. Right? And after that, there was no ammonia. So what that tells me is that it obviously helped. This is exactly what I wanted this filter for. Now, if you were looking at a filter like this might be too strong for just a 10-gallon. I don't know what you could keep with such a current. Now, yes, you can tweak it and turn the output down. But I think that'll put a little bit too much restraint on the filter itself or on the pump. And so you might want to go with something a little bit smaller. But for what I wanted it for, it worked perfectly. It worked so good. This tank right here started getting cloudy. And so I put the filter in it. And it's already 2 days. And it's already looking pretty clear. And so I really like it. Now, I do know a lot of people had bad experiences with the first version. And like I mentioned, I haven't had a single one from how easy it was to put together, how much media it holds. You could also not do media. You could do a bunch of filter floss in there. You could do anything you wanted. You could do charcoal. You can do anything in there for emergency situations. And so something like that, I really like it. I mean, I'm from hobbyist to hobbyist. You know, I want you guys to just mark my words. I wouldn't be telling you guys this if it actually didn't work. One thing that I talked to Hygger, which is the company that I work with sometimes, you know, as an affiliate position, is I tell them I'm always going to be upright. I'm always going to tell you guys my honest opinion. I wouldn't be telling you guys it works pretty good if it didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I hope that you guys can enjoy this video. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed this video. And I'll leave you here. And now, in a few days, I'm going to start working on putting the Nanashis back into the tanks. And, of course, I'll share that with you. I'll see you guys soon.